If there is one thing the heavy classes good at, it is without a doubt shredding unprepared players in few seconds. And no other minigun highlights this more than the Brass Beast. Now the Brass Beast is a hot topic in the TF2 community, and especially between heavy mains, of course. Some people will see it as the best minigun out there, rivaling the Stock and the Tomislav for the #1 spot. And other will see it as just the MVM minigun, and not much more. I, for myself, decided to give it a try. And boy, let me tell you, the Brass Beast has changed how I play heavy completely for the better. But before I tell you how, let me tell you first of how it all started. Most of you know that I am a soldier main, which means that I thrive on those dopamine hits as I hit my rockets and deal damage with them. What if I want to take a little bit more skill approach? Well, sometimes I'll switch to a more defensive class. And when it comes to heavy, I pretty much like to use the Tomislav. And very rarely I'll switch to something else. And for as long as I remember, I didn't really enjoy heavy that much, since most of the time when you're out, you're being seen as an easy target for a lot of classes, if not all. One day, however, while I was playing heavy live on Twitch, I met a decent heavy main that suggested that I try and play with the Brass Beast. And because I've seen him play heavy before way better than I ever did, I thought to myself, you know what? He's good at the class, he knows what he's talking about, I'll do it. And at first I looked at these stats and didn't really seems to be impressed that much. Oh wow, a 20% damage bonus? Like that's gonna matter. Minus 20% damage resistant when you're below 50% health and spun up? I mean, that's cool and all, but what? Minus 50% slower speed up time? And minus 60% move speed when I'm deployed. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I wasn't really that impressed. But you know what? I won't go back on my words and I will give it a shot. In the beginning, I struggled a lot with it, since it feels like it took ages for it to start shooting. And every time I tried to go a little bit aggressive with it, I ended up most of the time dying. But then over a few days, as I got more and more used to it and learned a good position, and with the game sense that I had and the help of my chat, this gun went from my least favorite heavy minigun, after the heater of course, to the top picks, if not the best minigun, for me at least. And I'll explain why I think it's a top tier pick for heavy for those who are watching and still in disbelief. The key to mastering the Brass Beast is relying on using it mostly defensively and not being too aggressive with it, as you will struggle a lot with the revving time and the movement. I'd usually use it when I'm playing mostly on defense, and it is so much more fun when people walk to your sideline and die in seconds. Remember that 20% damage I mentioned earlier? Oh yeah, it turns out to be a complete game changer, as your damage is scaling based on your distance between you and the target. And because heavy rely mostly on exchanging damage with the enemies, since you aren't able to dodge 95% of the time, not only you'll be shredding enemies faster with that 20% damage, you're also going to be saving more health that will help you in the next encounter. And speaking of that, remember that damage resistance you get when you're below 50% of your health? It comes all together, and if you add sandwich, banana to your secondary slot, and then the fist of steel or the glove of running urgently, you create a little tank that is self-sustained and able to win most 1v1 fights when played right. I mean, literally, I won so many fights with this thing, even against other heavies while they had a pocket medic and I didn't, simply because of the brass beast. So you bet your sweet abs that I'm gonna be holding on this and use it whenever I play on defense. And all the benefit of this guns didn't just stop there. It made me decent with other miniguns as well, as I applied what it taught me there, turning heavy from a class I use when the team needed the most into a class that I really enjoy. It may not be on my top 3 classes at the moment, but I'm sure with enough time, we'll see if he will rise up on my list. And yes, on the topic of getting better with heavy, I'd also had to learn how to stop doing jump revving all the freaking time. Oh man, what a bad habit I picked up from watching so many YouTube videos doing the same exact thing. Not only it makes you less accurate, but also it makes your rev up time slower. And if you didn't rev your gun in time when you're fighting someone, you could be sure that you will die most of the time. Yeah, sure, you may be able to get away with some jump revving every now and then, especially with a medic on your side. But you should not be doing it without thinking ahead. And yeah, there are some cases when jump revving is a good thing. But do keep in mind that heavy wins the fight by being more healthy and revved up when fighting other classes. And it's all about trading health and prioritizing targets. Take a look at this clip, for example. I sneak up behind the medic, I tried to take him down. There was a soldier behind me and soldier in front of me. I killed the one in front of me, but for some reason I did switch to the one behind me. And because of that, I ended up dying. Also, your positioning matters a lot for heavy. And I'd say a little bit more than other classes, so pick your spots carefully. I personally recommend that you hang around stairs, hills, and around corners, in places basically that will hide and shield some of your body parts, you know. For example, I want you to look at this video right here where I hide there and barely my head is shown to the other team, so it makes it really hard for them to shoot me down. I only need to worry about snipers and spies, and as you see, this spot is really good. I come back again on the same spot for the second round, and oh my god, just look at this dude. There is nothing, almost nothing they can do about it. Moments like these give such a rush, man. I live for these moments when I play heavy. There's no other class that gives me this feeling of being such a powerhouse like heavy does. Now that I learned how to use the best minigun for defense, aka the brass beast, there's no telling what I can do. So all of you pyro mains and scout mains, watch out, because there is a new heavy enjoyer on the field. So yeah, I guess what I wanted to say in this video is the brass beast is a really underrated weapon. Most people just write it off as the MVM weapon, and I wanted to show that I truly regret not giving this weapon a shot a long time ago, because it made me fall in love with the heavy class and enjoy it a lot more. Plus it made me wonder what did my stat looks like if I came to this conclusion years ago. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you guys think about the brass beast, and did this video change your view on it, and what was your experience with it? If you'd like to see me shredding players with it live, you can follow me on Twitch, as I am active there most of the time. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and love to see you in the next video. Bye bye.